What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Nelson Mandela lived in the largest city in South Africa. But Johannesburg is now home to a thriving and diverse art scene.
Wow, look at that!
When I was growing up, art was not considered a very serious profession. And this place that we're in right now, August House, that has all of these contemporary artists' studios in it, was completely unknown to me. Since graduating, I have made printmaking and painting my art forms. It has been rewarding to create pieces that have been featured in major exhibitions in Europe and South Africa.
Heard that.
I'm going to introduce you to some Joburg artists that are revolutionizing the way we see African contemporary art on this continent. Let's go. Coming up in this episode of DW's Art See Africa, we meet street artist Demouchet Matlati, whose mural celebrates strong African women. Painter Blessing Ngubeni shows us his edgy paintings made from recycled materials. And ancient mythology is the inspiration for sculptor Nandipa Ntambo. Tsepiso Moropa tells us how she creates her enigmatic photo collages. And we will see how Jabulani Dlamini helps young photographers find their own personal subject matter. This is Maboneng, a vibrant cultural district in the inner city. Maboneng is a Sotho word that means place of light. And Maboneng is the domain of Demouchet Matlati. For Demouchet, the streets are his canvas. Demouchet was shy about his art as a boy, but the strong woman in his family encouraged him to persist and eventually create his supersized public artworks. So Demouchet, are you going to take me on a tour of some of your art?
Okay.
Okay, so I remember reading Nando's, Nando's thing. It was something about their art collection. On their walls, they feature a lot of their local artists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so let us know, who are y'all favorite artists, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And let us know if they're in this video, because we did do some research on Johannesburg's art scene, and we loved it. But now we get to see it.
Facts.
off, not just words on the screen.
Good.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's get this video. Yeah, so I'm about to show you some of my work in Maboneng, stuff I've done in recent years, and the progression from how I started doing portraiture.
Damn, Demouchet.
You like this one?
Look at the scale.
That's crazy.
Look at these beads.
Yeah, these are part of the storytelling. As I was saying, part of the narrative that I'm actually pushing, and for the fact that these two women are closer, and it's so rich with heritage and culture and tradition, and
You have a lot of control.
I try.
You painted straight onto this?
Yeah, I painted straight onto. We did so. It's part print, part painted. So I painted the portraits and designed the background patterns, and then painted those, then painted the portraits.
Amazing.
Yeah, so,
You want to show me something else?
yes, just around the corner.
I'm gonna keep my thought.
You gonna forget it?
No, I'm not.
Nah, that's another huge one.
Oh, this is nice.
I love this hairpiece.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is sort of a crown type of thing.
I love this work.
That's how we be too, especially when you just started your free forms. We be putting our hair and twisting it.
Yeah.
That photo speaks so much volumes. That is hard.
Yeah.
That's different.
It's relatable.
Yeah.
It reminded me of an artist in New Orleans, B. Mike.
B. Mike, okay.
With all of his big, it was featured in Queen Sugar and all that.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Come on, man.
out.
It's basically speaking about how strong the mind of a woman is. That's why there's like lettering and there's like different
That's not
stories,
even her
there's the
hair.
narrative,
It's
the
art.
background,
It's art now.
Just her
It's
energy,
art.
everything. She's basically embodying being a woman and being strong and unapologetic about it. You know. Yeah.
So because
it.
art is such a universal piece of work, people can look at it in so many different perspectives can be pulled from it. So I would like to hear you guys' perspectives in the comment sections. What do you see when you look at some of these artworks? Because for me, instantly, like I said, it took me straight to that part when we was younger, growing our hair out, having afros with pics, and we'll just twist our hair.
It made me think of my afro, because y'all know I got an afro, y'all. People have been trying to get me to go be a straight natural forever, and I'm like, baby, I like my afro. Okay. But it reminds me of when, if somebody else come try to touch my hair, baby, I'm not letting you touch my hair. You're going to put a hole in my hair. Okay?
A dent.
Yeah, but me, like, in moments where I'm really thinking, I start to pull at my hair because I'm thinking. So, how he said it speaks to the power of a woman, I love it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Ooh,
I feel
the
that.
thoughts. I wish we would have got
To his next
close
work,
up.
Debongs takes me through a new cultural precinct called Jewel City.
I'll go sideways. Don't ask me anything.
Imagine doing this kind of work every day.
Actually, first artwork I did after lockdown, 2020,
That's nice.
around June. So it
It's
was- yeah.
amazing. So, Debongs, why did you choose street art or graffiti, some would say, to be your preferred visual language?
Because I believe that it speaks to everybody. I felt like art spaces sometimes can be a bit intimidating, that even though they speak into a wide variety of people, but people are scared to go into those spaces because in a way it's like only for the elite.
The white
yeah, exactly that. And also the stories that I tell with it is like they are relatable, everyday. These are everyday people also that I paint. So I feel like people can relate to it much more and they can feel it and be part of it. And also the fact that they get to see the whole process.
Involves them like in the creative process.
Yeah.
They're like,
Okay, so Lord, we stopping this way too much, but y'all see the excitement, right? Okay, so we are a part of a group that goes to museums every month with our family, and the curators, the people at the museums, they make us like really dive deep
Yeah, they do a
into
good
what
job.
we're looking at. Like they give us so many different prompts to learn how to be those people who go to the museums and just stare at art. So,
Yeah,
so that's us just staring.
And what I like about the experience is that it's not just mental, it's hands-on.
Oh yeah.
Now, that way you can engage with the artwork like that as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so we those people who just be just staring at it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you see? So I love that he brought the art outside
Yes.
so that people can see it.
The scale is crazy.
Yeah.
The work is
I don't-
amazing.
They're part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
They get to ask about it, they get to engage, and at the end they get to interact with it.
amazing. So, Debongs, I'm going to have to see you a little bit later. Cool.
Great, check you later.
See you later. Debong's murals are inspired by photographs, and Johannesburg has been home to a number of great documentary photographers, including
Yes,
the
sir.
legendary David Goldblatt. Goldblatt spent time in the community of Thokoza, and he mentored photographer Jabulani Dlamini. Dlamini has gone on to create photographic work about people overcoming their traumatic pasts.
Oh, wow.
Love that.
Jabulani gives classes on Saturday mornings at the local high school in the Thokoza township.
Lighting in photography is everything. Like Mtolajan, we need to understand light. And the background says it all. Look, she's at home. Home could be anywhere. It needs to be personal. So like I've said, we're not just taking photographs. We're taking photographs we're creating a photograph that matters. So what I like about the project, it's not only about taking photographs, but it's dealing with these problems that they faced on a daily basis. So my main aim is to decolonize the use of photography, how photography was used during apartheid times, and also just to expose the young ones to photography?
So I'm here to learn more about photography. I had a dream, and then he just gave me this camera. And I was like, no, just take this camera. So ever since, I'm on the journey. I can take good pictures.
Jabulani isn't always in the classroom. He currently has an exhibition at the prestigious Goodman Gallery.
Okay.
This exhibition consists of photographs that he took in 2021 in the Sharpeville community. The Sharpeville massacre took place on the 21st of March 1960, south of Johannesburg. Under apartheid laws, black people had their freedom of movement restricted and were forced to carry passbooks. Residents marched to the police station to protest, but authorities opened fire. Approximately 250 people were injured and 69 died.
In this project, I collaborated with the community or the survivors that were there in 1960 that were directly affected by the Sharpeville shooting. I remember the first time when I did the portrait, they always had these objects with them to prove and that they were there, and some, the object that trapped their memories of the day. Like, for example, this bag that was there, that the family had to find it there. So this became a proof that their father has passed on.
Jabulani also
So I like his work only because it's really documented history, for real.
Mm-hmm.
You can be creative and draw a painting that can speak numerous of different ways and languages, but when you have a captured moment in history and you date that thing and then you put it in the books, you're basically creating a huge portfolio, which is basically a book for the world to eventually see. I think he's doing a great job with that.
Yeah, never forget. His is pulling at my heartstrings a little bit. It's making me reflect on things.
Oh, yeah, awesome. That's good stuff right there.
craft objects belonging to community activists, like this pillowcase that belonged to a woman who mobilized resistance in Sharpeville in the days of apartheid.
They used to hide the documents, the meetings, and the minutes in this pillow. And one day, the police came and turned her house upside down. But when they got to these pillows, they took it and just threw it away. And that's how she got saved in a way.
Oh, wow.
Most of them, they've never spoke about this to anyone in the level that we engaged in. So the conversation becomes a very important part of the project, and they started opening up. They would share, this is me, which for me it was great for them to reclaim themselves. Even the photographs, what we'd do is that we'd edit them together. So I also invited them to the opening, and the response was very, very positive. So, my life motto, I would say, as human beings, we help each other. I am who I am because of you.
Jabulani Dlamini is a photographer in close dialogue with his chosen protagonists.
Different.
I'm now off to meet an artist who uses photos in a very different way.
That's it.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, I'm fine, and you?
Great, come on in.
Thanks for having me.
How have you been?
Tepiso sources archive images from the colonial era, which she then recombines to create new kinds of African
I
narratives.
feel it. I see it.
In
Okay.
this way, she is reclaiming African histories.
My art's all
I
about
feel that.
identity.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the frames. Those are frames our mamas had, our grandparents had. Those
Yeah.
oval frames, like y'all, if y'all watching from the United States, let us know if y'all remember those frames. OMG.
Yeah.
I love how she's putting it on there. It's like a remembrance. They said history, but it's like the backgrounds look like it's today.
Yeah, basically. I think that's how she wanted to do it. She wants to infuse today and yesterday in the most poetic way possible.
So you
right?
never forget.
It's ageless.
Yes.
That's how you keep it going.
That's beautiful.
It's all about spirituality, of course. It's about being African, being black.
What is your inspiration?
So I do a lot of research, and so I came across mythology, and I was just like so interested in it, and I was like, why don't I just put this in my work? So that's why I started doing a lot of cut and paste, like analog collages, which is just cut and paste. Just wanted to use my hand.
Basically, you wanted to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
And not just paint digitally.
Yeah. So with art, just sort of gave me that gateway to like learn a little bit more about myself.
Tsepiso's narrative work draws upon traditions of storytelling within her family.
My art's all about creating your own narrative.
Yeah, because we've been strategically made to forget so much of our own history.
So true, so true.
I really like this one.
Thanks. It's actually based on the body of work that I just finished called Boy, which is about the Minotaur that lives on top of a hill. That's basically the description. So that's
Like
him.
Picasso's Minotaur.
Yeah. And it just showcased Boy alone. I guess he's waiting. We don't know what he's waiting for. But I actually did like a short film on it.
In her animated short film, Boy, Tsepiso finds the Minotaur in a nighttime forest. It's a magical world, created from paper cutouts that feels like a modern-day fable.
Different. It's different.
Tsepiso, thank you so much for allowing me into your world and showing me your art.
Yeah.
It has been an amazing day.
Thanks, Gurney.
Yeah, I bet she would be dope. Like if she had a group of people and she was helping them with a vision board. Because her cutting skills and putting pictures together to create imagery,
A whole new picture.
different scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I'm so excited by Tsepiso's interpretation of African art. And currently, Wits Art Museum has an exhibition kind of bridging the gap between contemporary African art and African artifacts.
I am Kudrana Mukhoja, and I am the African Art Collections Curator at Wits Art Museum. I think, the value of a collection like this is that it offers creatives the opportunity to use Africa as their starting point, as their reference point in their creative pursuits or research. There's been creative work that has been done throughout the ages, and this work still continues. And I think that's what it offers. It offers everybody who, relates. I think it offers them the ability to point to something that shows the creativity of African people throughout time.
In this episode of DW's Artsy Africa, we are visiting Johannesburg's art scene. This is Victoria Yards, a cultural space which is strongly connected to the street life around it. Visitors can walk right in and get to see studios of a number of artists.
Oh, like a collector.
Hey, Blessing.
How are you?
Here we are.
Welcome.
So excited to see you.
Me too, eh? What?
We're visiting Blessing Gubeni. These students are at his studio to see his work that has been a hit in Europe and New York. Blessing focuses on disrupting colonial narratives about Africa. So Blessing, in your studio, I see printmaking, I see painting, I see sculptural work. What is your preferred medium?
Painting gave birth to these other mediums. For instance, the sculptures, I skeletonize my work, so I bring my painting to
Life.
life. Performance.
Oh yes, I once saw you with the cow head on.
Yeah, performance. I like expressing myself in a way I use my own body and costume around myself to move around and express a certain idea. Those ideas of that performance coming from the paint, there's a tendency of having so many details.
He does it
Like little
all.
artworks inside of art.
So these little artworks, they are the ones that
I like
assist
that.
me to create an idea on
They are
another
tight.
medium. And it becomes like a sculpture, performance, video installation.
So Blessing, I've realized recently you've incorporated things like tissue paper and gift wrapping into your work.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about what's prompted this change?
There's a story of a bomb that was in an envelope in South Africa.
Priest and anti-apartheid activist Michael Lapsley was seriously injured in a letter bomb attack in 1990.
The activists don't have hands now, and they don't have, I think, one eye. Looking at the material itself, it's a material that travels a lot, across the globe to deliver different gifts, and to take it and incorporate it with my work. It can make a lot of sense, because also my work from the far, it looks so beautiful, but when you come closer, that when it's hit you, it's not beautiful, it's ugly.
Now it's time for Blessing and I to do some colorful collaboration.
I'm glad that you're here. Let's see what you can do together. I think I will paint round circles.
I'll paint.
That forms the face, the faces of the struggle. I started to love pink. I don't know why.
Do you know that it's quite a modern invention, pink?
What do you mean?
It's like quite a modern invention. Like pink was...
It's not an old... It wasn't like a...
It was during the time of the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood that pink and purple and light blue became an actual color.
I love black.
Blessing, please don't sell this, eh?
No, this is
Don't sell my work. I know you want
This
to.
is for the studio.
I'm
Gonna be like, but a lady's fully original
You'll come and see it whenever you want to see
when it's done.
Or we can borrow each other. You can come take it a year and bring it after a year. How about that?
Oh wow, it actually looks really good together.
It's so nice. Let me add some other color. Yeah,
Wow, look at that.
It's nice, no? I like drips, eh?
I know.
Yeah, and because
I can
drips,
see.
they speak volumes in terms of
Control.
and also the tears that is not ending of our people,
Oh, never ending. Never ending. When will it end?
When is gonna end? When is gonna end?
I really don't think in my lifetime.
No,
unfortunately.
not in our kids here.
It's crazy. We
Not
all say
even.
that.
What do we think? What do you think?
I love it.
The energy, the colors.
The energy, the colors, the vibe. This is me.
I think I must start inviting you every day.
Yeah, dude.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah, he's hands on with everything that he do when it comes to his art, especially being in the actual fashion of it. Amazing work. That's good stuff.
I love what he said about the letter and how that's why he started using the materials that he's using. Just the meaning behind everything. I love being around creative. My husband is a creative.
Yeah.
Y'all, I should get on live one day and just show y'all all of his artwork that he just keep getting.
That part, keep hitting. Whoa, you're not gonna do that though.
Yes, I will.
No, I wouldn't let you do that. Nah,
Stay up one late night with me, y'all.
Yeah, I'm locking all the phones.
My time with Blessing has inspired me to visit Key's Art Mile.
It's like
It is a
getting
popular
better.
cultural and creative destination for many young people. It is also home to the Circo Gallery and Everard Reed Gallery, where I exhibit much of my own work.
Let's see it.
I love to paint ostriches, and I think it's because they symbolize so many things to me. It has all these contradictions within itself. It's this thing that kind of looks so silly and stupid, yet it's completely deadly. And the ostrich, I kind of sometimes use it to symbolize the fact that people like to ignore things that they shouldn't. So within violence in South Africa, gender-based violence, which is a massive problem here, the ostrich is always trying to ignore something by pushing its head into the sand.
Right.
Being a brown woman in South Africa is a very complicated thing. Our racial identity is deeply ingrained in rape, in violence, in oppression. And I think within my work and within my own identity, I'm trying to find a perfect middle ground where I can feel hard against things that's happened to us, but also be open enough to figure out what it means in a modern world to be a brown woman in South Africa. And my worst fear is to fizzle. I'd rather go out in a giant bang than fizzle out.
The ostrich in the birdcage is crazy.
The next stop on our DW Artsy Africa journey is the Johannesburg district, Jeppystown.
Hold on, wait a minute. We ain't gonna just pass up her work. Act like we didn't see none we just saw. I like the ostrich in the cage, but her overall vision when it comes to her artwork is being involved with ostriches. which is really unique for a person to be creative. So every time she's in the studio, she's thinking of her ostrich and how she can use it in a different way every single time.
Yeah, what I like about it is that she's using that, but she's thinking about the people.
The vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In different ways. She would have had to study an ostrich and go to the ostrich farm that y'all be trying to get us to go to. Talking about ride an ostrich. Whoo! Do y'all know how short I am?
Yeah, them big old ostriches, man.
I'm going to look like an egg flying.
They're gonna hold you good. They're gonna hold you. They're gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
You're gonna go flying.
This is the Workhorse Bronze Foundry. And this is the work of artist and sculptor Nandipa Ntambo.
Oh my God, it looks better than a lot of wax figures. This is bronze.
So what I do here, because I don't have the facilities in my own studio, I create and cast all my bronze work.
What type of themes do you explore within the work that you do here?
The themes that I work with are the connection between animals and humans, or how in mythology, within different civilizations, animals and humans either live alongside each other or merge into one another at some point. Fighting versus protecting. So quite a sort of broad spectrum of things, but always thinking around the kind of binary or the line that exists between what seem to be opposites.
So my preferred medium is inks and crayons and printmaking. What made you decide on sculpture, and what is it about sculpture that attracts you?
Well, I suppose I think in a very three-dimensional way. I've kind of become bored with one medium in a way. So I moved between performance, photography, painting, printmaking, because I think all of these mediums answer different questions.
How does scale play a role in your practice?
The interesting thing about sculpture specifically is that how one encounters, whether it be an installation or just a single sculpture, affects how they read it, you know. So I think just within my practice in general, I've used scale as something that either draws you in or kind of makes you a little bit scared at times. So it kind of moves between those two feelings for me.
What is it about bronze that attracts you so much?
There's a historical space around how bronze has worked, whether it be in Europe or even in Africa with the old bronze casters of Benin. And I think for me, there's something around how the material immortalizes a person's being, you know, that is really amazing. There's a shiny element to it, but also a dull element to it. How you use patina really helps and shifts what the material or the metal looks like at certain points. So I like the versatility in it, but also how it's been used in different civilizations to immortalize people and animals in very specific ways.
It's so nice when the cooling vibe comes off. As the day draws to an end, DW's Artsy Africa brings me back to the inner city and August House.
First of all, listen. Out of all of them, I think that one was my favorite.
Yeah.
That one. Because instant art is supposed to imitate life, right?
Right.
And it brought me to my childhood, where I went through a lot of things and I depended on art, different art forms, writing, music, looking at art as a way to heal myself, right? And when she was talking about the scale of her work, it just made me think of that plus being at a conference, right? When you're there and you're selling your art, you want people to come to me, come to me.
Right.
When you see her art, baby, you can't help but stop. And look at it. And ask yourself what you're seeing. And how do you relate to that? How did you come up with that meaning? Her art makes you stop and reflect. And that is what art is supposed to do. That's why I used to love when we used to do music reactions and we used to come up with so many different meanings of what the lyrics are saying. And
that was good times right there.
Yes, that's what art's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you think.
Yeah.
It's supposed to slow your world down.
Yeah. Yeah, sculpting is different though. Out of all the artwork that we've seen, I've done them all. But sculpting, the most I ever made was a cup, and I left it
But
there.
he's done them all.
Yeah, but sculpting is hands. Hey, applaud, hats off to her because that's a different level of time and really detailing because you got to make everything look how it's supposed to. Like it's just a different work right there.
Y'all hear our baby singing?
Yeah, she got vocals.
I've always found drawing to be a good way to process my thoughts. I've been inspired by the dedication of all the different artists I've met, each in their own unique form of expression. I hope that this signals to all South Africans that we can have a voice, no matter who we are or where we come from.
That's pretty hard. I like that.
Love it. Oh, we got more.
So I'm back in Maboneng and I'm about to meet up with Dibongs because he's going to help me leave my permanent mark on the streets of Joburg. Oh, wow. Hey, Dibongs.
Hey, Lady Scully, how are you?
Cool.
Good to have you back. I thought Bundesliga is done, so you might as well get on this one. It's a very nice spot.
Well, I want you to teach me actually
Okay,
how
cool.
to use spray paint properly.
You teach me how to sketch, and I'll teach you how to use spray paint.
Cool. The color's wild.
Yeah.
It'll just be one line of people.
The harder you spray, the more comes out.
Okay.
It's all basically in the wristwork.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they work together with this
I
one.
never thought
Okay,
it was
okay.
this difficult. I personally feel like you should finish this.
I'm happy to.
I see what they're doing with this. I like that. I like that.
Give that one arms too. Damn. I approve this Dibong's interpretation of a Lady Scully piece of work because that's what creativity is all about, collaboration. This has been DW's Artsy Africa, bringing you Johannesburg's most vibrant art scene. Let's go.
That's the end. All right, we're gonna stop right there, man. This video was dope. I love art, so I really appreciate you guys for sending this one in. And yeah, this was a good vid.
Yeah. Always love seeing good things come out of Joburg and out of South Africa. Send us some more. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.